mynews.studio.
Imagine a single engineered cell hunting down a deadly tumor, or a hidden virus finally forced into the open. Are we close to ending two of the toughest challenges in medicine?
It's June 28th, 2025. Let's begin with cancer. For years, certain mutations, especially in the RAS gene family, were almost impossible to target. Treatments just couldn't touch them.
Exactly. RAS mutations are behind some of the hardest cancers, like pancreatic and colorectal. Why did they call them undruggable for so long? The protein's shape made it really hard for any drug to bind to it. But that's now changing.
Now we're seeing these second-generation inhibitors that actually target a wider range of RAS mutations. Is this just a lot of buzz, or are patients already benefiting?
Things are moving quickly. Clinical trials show that some patients who previously had no options are seeing longer remissions. But it's not only about the drugs. Technology is driving a lot of this progress.
Are you talking about single-cell sequencing and artificial intelligence?
Yes, by looking at each patient's tumor at the genetic level, doctors can pick treatments with much more precision. This approach is called precision oncology. AI helps sift through all that data, finding patterns and new drug targets.
All right, that's the molecular side. But what about immunotherapy? I keep hearing about these smart CAR T cells. What's new there?
Researchers have now engineered CAR T cells to only activate when triggered by ultrasound.
Ultrasound as an on switch? So the cells only attack when signaled?
Exactly. That means they can be sent to attack cancer cells in areas that used to be hard to reach, like solid tumors.
Is this already being tested in people or just in the lab?
Early human trials are happening now. There's also excitement about mRNA-based cancer vaccines. These help the immune system spot and attack cancer cells. They're showing promise, even in cancers like pancreatic, which are usually tough to treat.
So, new drugs, advanced immune cells, vaccines. What's stopping all this from becoming the standard everywhere?
Several barriers. First, clinical trials take time. They have to prove these therapies are safe and work well. Then, there are challenges in making and distributing these complex treatments, especially things like CAR T cells. And the cost can be high, which could limit access in many places.
And regulatory approval? Different countries don't move at the same speed.
Right, uneven regulation can mean uneven access. Still, many believe these therapies could become standard in the next few years, if those issues get addressed.
Let's shift to HIV. For 40 years, the virus has evaded a cure by hiding inside immune cells. Antiretroviral therapy keeps it controlled, but never truly eliminates it.
This is where the new mRNA approach comes in. Researchers in Australia are using lipid nanoparticles to deliver mRNA into the cells where HIV hides. The goal is to coax the dormant virus out so it can be targeted and cleared.
That sounds a lot like the technology used for some COVID-19 vaccines. Is there crossover between pandemic research and HIV work?
Absolutely. The same platform, mRNA delivered in lipid nanoparticles, is being adapted here. But in this case, the strategy is called shock and reveal. The idea is to expose the virus so the immune system can find it. It's still in the lab, but it's a significant step toward a functional cure.
If it works, could that mean people with HIV might not need lifelong medication anymore?
That's the goal. But before that, these approaches have to go through clinical trials to prove they're safe and effective. Because the methods are new, regulators will probably be extra cautious.
Taking a step back, why do these breakthroughs matter so much right now?
Cancer and HIV are still major causes of suffering and death worldwide. Progress here doesn't just help those patients. It could lead to new treatments for other diseases and even prepare us for future pandemics.
How crucial is global cooperation for making these breakthroughs available to everyone?
It's essential. Sharing research, coordinating regulations, and investing in local manufacturing. All of these help make sure new therapies aren't just for wealthy countries.
So we're seeing faster science, thanks to better tools, more collaboration, and targeted investment. But the job isn't done until these treatments reach everyone who needs them.
Exactly. Breakthroughs in cancer and HIV are more than scientific progress. They're about hope and resilience. The next step is making sure no one is left behind as these advances become real treatments.
From genes once called undruggable to viruses hiding in plain sight, medicine is changing rapidly. But will innovation move faster than inequality?
That's what we'll keep watching. Thanks for joining us. This episode was brought to you by mynews.studio. Try it now for free.